Hi everybody, my name's Tush. I'm from SolelyGaming.com, and what we're going to do today is we're going to add lumber to the Altis Life version 3.1.4.8 with processing to the mission file. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from the root directory right here, and we're going to start in these files and work our way deeper into the folder structure. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to right click on stringtable.xml. We're going to have to add our new string table in there, which is going to make it so that it's going to English very well, or your language, to so people are able to see it. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. Yes, I have split screen and it does mix things up a little bit. And we're just going to search in here for something we know is in there, like apples. We know it's an item, and we know it's a string item. Alright, and that can be defined here as string item apple. What we're going to do is we're just going to copy this. We're going to paste, make a Xerox of it, go down one, Control V it so we add a new item in. Not breaking things while we're doing this. Alright, rename apples to lumber. And because I have an only English server, I am only going to do the English one. The German and other languages I'm going to remove. No offense to the Germans or anything, I just don't really feel like taking the time to translate it with Google Translate and have it be wrong. Alright, so that's for our lumber, okay? And we're going to need a second one because we're going to do processing on this. We need to add a second string in here. And what we're going to do in here is we're going to call this a board. Okay. Yes, I don't type very quickly, but it's all good because I make up with it in Spunk. Alright. That takes care of the stringtable.xml. Chances are we'll be back in here 5 or 6 times again. Make sure we save our work consistently and try not to exit it if you're using Notepad++ so that we are able to go back to the file that we were in. Okay, so what we're going to do is I know there's another one in here someplace. I have no idea where, but we're going to skip it for now anyway. It's just the one that says that you are processing this into this. Once we actually make the processing script, it will do what we want it to do. So that being said, let's go into core folder, go into configuration, because now we have to add the items into our inventory. If they're not here, they do not exist at all. Alright, so we're going to add our comma, life, inventory, lumber. Add our comma. Life and there we go. That's simple. We'll go back down here now. We'll add a license. I like to do as much in one pass as I can. Doing as much as quickly as possible that way. We're just going to refer to this as the lumber license because it's a simple name for it. And make it for side sieve. Here you can change the sides, so if you wanted the cops to be able to do meth, you can have them be able to do meth. So we're going down here to the cell array. We're going to add lumber. Or excuse me, we're going to add boards because you don't want to sell raw material. You can sell the raw material, just make sure it's less. Makes it a lot easier for everybody. I don't know how long this route's going to be yet, so we're going to set this to 1200. It's the last one in the list, so we're going to make it be alone. Alright. That takes care of our of our config.sqf. Now, we're going to have multiple other files in here. Like, we're going to go into actions and gather action. This is actually where we're going to make it so we can gather the stuff. So in here, at the very end, we're just going to go comma, lumber, only going to do one. Someday I will learn how to type, and that will be good. This is going to weigh a lot because of what it is. I mean, it is raw lumber after all. Alright, I noticed a typo right here. This has to be the same as what you put in your zone file. So it'll have to be lumber underscore 1. Nice thing about the using Notepad++ is it will actually help you quite a bit on that. We're done in this file now. Next, we're going to go find process action. This is actually what does our processing. We're going to add the same thing in here. Starting product, which will be lumber. Ending product, which will be board. Lowercase letter, make sure you keep all your capitalizations the same. The price per non-licensed due on this. You can actually, I believe you can actually remove it, so you have to have the license. I believe. We'll just set it for 500. Here's the localize that we had earlier that I didn't find real quick because I was being lazy. As you can see, I'm marking what I do as new when I'm doing it, and I'm going to copy this piece right here, save my work, and I'm going to go back into the string table.xml. I'm going to find in here again something very simple, and we're just going to call it process. Excuse me, str underscore process. Alright. Use that as a placeholder for the moment. Copy. Paste. Don't think we need another process action package in there. Doesn't really help anything. Cut that back out and replace this one right here. Again, getting rid of the ones we're not using because I am, after all, quite lazy. Alright, so we got our process action completed. Pretty self-explanatory, actually. So far, anyway. Alright, so next we're going to go back up out of here because that takes care of our process act, or our gather and our process action. If we were going to add something like food that has a second effect, like drug effects or something, we would have to add something in. I believe our next would be config because we have multiple things in here to do. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into item weight. Working right down the list. Down here we're going to go to case. Excuse me, this is be lumber. And we need to add boards in there as well. Alright. You notice real fast and simple there. Moving right along. Next, the license price. You need to be able to pay for the licenses on this. We'll do 35,000. Nice simple price. Pretty average for most other items in here. License is done. License type. Added in here again is what makes it civ or police, I believe. Alright, we're just going to copy this line up here because the next one we're going to do is an inverse of this. So copy paste works very, very well here. Press enter, drag and drop. We're going to highlight this right here. And drag it in front of here. Self-explanatory. That file is now done. Next, we're going right down to var handle file. The var handle file. Nice and simple. This takes the name of one thing and adds it to the name, actually does the string table conversion. So case, lumber, life, Alright, we're going to do the same thing again down here. Again, I'll just copy paste these. file is done. Next file is where to string. The order that you put these in does not matter. They can be in any order, located anywhere within their block. So everything that's case string item is going to be in the string items. Oh, so I used the right one. Although you do want to make sure you keep your names straight. License block, we have to add our license. Alright, that file is now done. So far, pretty self-explanatory. Open our virtual shops. This is the one that's going to tell us where we are able to sell it. I have a store called the Home Store, aka the Big Box Store. This is where I'm going to add lumber and finished boards, okay? So, comma, because we have to be able to move our virtual items around somehow. Those are now done. Alright, that should be it for that file. I will probably come back to it later though, guaranteed. It happens every time. Go down to Vehicle, Device Mine. This is the one that's going to allow our Tempest device to be able to mine the wood for us. So at the end, we're just going to add a comma, this, and we're going to add lumber 1. Self-explanatory. Now we're going to go back into somewhere in here. I have it. I thought I kept it open, but apparently I didn't. Either way, doesn't really matter. Alright, going to our stringtable.xml. We can edit that again. We got our process action. Good. I actually think we are good on these. I'm thinking. Alright, let's go add something to our map. Alright, go into our editor, Altis. We're going to end up opening our own Altis mission file anyway. I already have a copy of it deposited in my missions. This one in particular is called Altis Life Low because it was a low population server when I did it, so it worked out. Somewhere, we're just going to find some place that generally has a lot of trees. I believe up here has the most. Looks good. We're going to put one right here. Call it the tree farm. You can use any mark that you would like, one way or the other. It does not matter. I know there is a tree thing in here, just like that. We're going to make it an actual green color because trees are green and all, just like this. Really hard to see though. So we'll do black so it sticks out a little bit, just like that. File save. Alright. That's it for this part. I'm going to upload it real quick and test it and make sure this works. If it works, I will continue right along. Alright, folks? Thank you very much. You didn't see any of that part. Son of a bitch. We just need any processor. It doesn't matter what processor, it just has to be a processor. So, I'll be able to see all my marks on here. We'll take the weed processing idiot. Control C. Eventually, I'll probably make a copy of the big box store, and it will be somewhere over here, so it's a nice short run for people leaving out of there. Make a little bit of easy money. Alright. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go back to my desktop because it's so much easier if this is Notepad++. Make us a new document. Paste this in, and we can actually start breaking this down to look at what they all are. Life is processing, add action, process marijuana. So we want to process the wood, process lumber. Alright, process action, so this is what it's going to be called. It'll be lumber. This is the lumber license. Change this to lumber as well. Pretty much anything you copy, the one that you copy from, you change to what you need it to be. Really simple. Highlight it, copy it. I'm going to grab us up a nice little bunch of blocks of wood here. Alright, got us a couple pieces of wood. We're going to do some rapid movements over here to the lumber mill. We're processing our lumber. Takes a little while, but it's getting done, so that shows a good thing. So what we're going to do after this is we're going to check to make sure we have 2 pieces of lumber in there. Or 2 boards, right? So we have 2 board. I'll probably end up renaming that at some point because board just doesn't seem right to me. So we'll go to the big box store. I didn't move it up here last night. I ended up falling asleep, so we'll have to go down here and do it here. Not really a big thing though. So we go over here, big box store. We got our boards. A little bit simple, easy money. I'd say that's a simple way of making it work, folks. You all have a nice day.